sure this is working. And a very pleasant good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all doing? Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this beautiful, beautiful Thursday, June 22nd. Going to be a gorgeous day, and we are going to talk. That's the cool thing. It's going to be a gorgeous day, ladies, and we are going to talk about gorgeous things here on the show today. I've got gorgeous ladies here, too, as we are going to talk about the quilts and the So Nifty Sisterhood, the Quilting Guild here in Flora, Illinois. We are going to have a heck of a time as joined here today by Cheryl McCarty, along with Lynne Gocey, and Kathy Cook's going to join us here in a little bit, too, telling us all about this little nifty item here in just a few minutes. So I do appreciate you tuning in here to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey on, like I said, this nice Thursday, June 22nd. Let's see what is going on in and around the community today, folks. There's a few things, actually. Here on a Thursday in the middle of June, you wouldn't think there'd be a ton of stuff. There's a few things going on today. The Hope Center at 23 West Cherry Street in Albion is going to have their cancer support group meeting today. It meets at 11 a.m. and is open to cancer survivors, patients, as well as caregivers, and it will be held at what's led by Felicia Smith and Dan Woodward. For more information, you can give them a call at 445-6028. Again, this is at the Hope Center in Albion. That's on 23 West Cherry Street if you're looking for that. What else is going on today? Well, I've got two things. Both of them up in Effingham. And one of them kind of has something to do with the other one as well. So we'll talk about the smaller one first. Matt Poss is playing live music tonight at Pinky's. They're on the marina at Lake Sarah up in Effingham. Of course, the Lake Sarah Marina, beautiful anyway. That is also the setting for the other thing going on today, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, folks. It is the Moccasin Creek Festival. It gets underway today. There's your poster for it. And again, it's June 22nd through the 25th at the stage up at Lake Sarah. I know that there are going to be a ton of great shows. Greg Kleiman, the Great White Open, is playing tonight, along with, I think, Chicago Farmer, and I believe, I might be wrong, Steve Poltz playing tonight as well. Tomorrow night, I know, because I have tickets, the American Aquarium is going to be playing along with Adeem the Artist and the Bernie Sisters. So if you're looking for more information on the music, on the Moccasin Creek Festival, easy to find. Well, actually, right here behind Cheryl, you see the Moccasin Creek poster right there. There's Cheryl. You could almost grab it if you tried.
I could.
Are you going to go up there?
Probably not.
Probably not. Got other things to do.
I have to work.
There you go. She's working. That's cool. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Again, it's the Moccasin Creek Festival. Go to moccasincreekfestival.com if you're looking for more information or if you're looking for tickets, because our good old friend Bill Poss putting that on all weekend long. What else going on today? Well, I tell you what. One of my favorite holidays, so we always talk about national food holidays here, don't we? It seems to be kind of a theme to the show, and I occasionally get disappointed, but not today in the food servings, because this is my favorite side dish, ladies and gentlemen. This is National Onion Ring Day on June 22nd. National Onion Ring Day recognizes the batter-dipped, deep-fried bite of deliciousness that onion rings runs rings around other appetizers. Also found in Canada, the UK, Ireland, Australia, and some parts of Asia, onion rings' exact origin are really unknown. Some believe that a recipe from 1910, appearing in the Middletown, New York Daily Times, was the first recipe. The Pig Stand restaurant chain, however, in Oak Cliff, Texas, is one of the claimants for the early onion rings invention. Also, folks, and now this will come. Now, this should come as no surprise to you ladies or to anybody watching. A recipe for deep-fried onion rings in milk and then dredged in flour appeared in an advertisement in New York Times Magazine in 1933 for Crisco. Crisco, of course. Who else would do onion ring recipes other than the deep fryer people? That makes a ton of sense to me. So yeah, Crisco did that back in 1933. Then they kind of became a lot more popular across the country in the 1960s when the A&W restaurant was credited with popularizing with onion rings across the country. So that's pretty cool. How to observe National Onion Rings Day? Well, of course, just go out and find some onion rings. What else going on today, ladies and gentlemen? This is National HVAC Service Tech Day, with the days heating up. June 22nd is the perfect day for National HVAC Tech Day. Why should we show appreciation for HVAC, folks? The HVAC techs, of course, HVAC standing for heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Actually, I have several friends in the industry, and I didn't realize they had their own day. That's pretty cool. And I'm going to have to go get those folks some onion rings or something like that to help them celebrate their day. But HVAC techs, they take care of your house. Extreme conditions are just another day at the office for the HVAC folks. A few hours without heat or AC may be uncomfortable for you, but imagine working in those conditions every day of the week. They go everywhere you hate to go. And it says June 22nd of 2021 on that page, but it's actually all the time. And here is what some HVAC tech facts. Medium salary, average salary, hey, a little over $50,000 a year. That ain't bad. And the top 10% annually make over 80. That's not bad at all. The job outlook for the profession is excellent. Employment expected to grow by 4% over the next several years. So not a bad gig to start sending your children into or something like that, or you can get into it. I got to tell you, I don't know how long does it take to become an HVAC technician? Do anybody know?
A year or two.
It takes a couple of years? Just an apprenticeship, I guess?
Well, yeah, my son has a heating and air business, and 2 grandsons work for him.
Well, you see, now there you go, and they're making 10 times more money than what we just showed.
There they are.
That's cool. So talk to Lynne about it. She'll be able to tell you all about it. That's wonderful. What else is going on today, ladies and gentlemen? One other event to celebrate, and if you're going to have onion rings, you probably don't want to go this way as well because it's not really going to go together. But ladies and gentlemen, this is National Chocolate Eclair Day. Pastry, check. Cream filling, check. Chocolate, check. What more could you want on a food holiday? Maybe coffee to go with it. We know the French make many delicacies from dough. These particular pastries are made from a dough called pâté à chaud. And one of their pastries is the eclair. They pipe it into the oblong shape using a pastry bag. Once it's baked, the eclair is light and crispy on the outside and hollow on the inside, making it the perfect avenue for transporting creamy vanilla or chocolate cream. The word eclair does come from the French word éclair, meaning flash of lightning. I had no idea the eclair is set up for a flash of lightning. The connection between the word and the French pastry, nobody knows. I guess somebody in France was basically had a lightning flash whenever they decided to they did have a lightning. You know, what's really though the difference between an eclair and a long john?
An eclair is more of a puff pastry type.
So the Long John is the donut pastry.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
And neither one of them, though, do you fill with cream until you're done, right?
right.
Yeah, because you're not going to cook them with the goo in them.
No.
Okay, all right. Appreciate Cheryl helping me out there. That is wonderful. By the way, the first known English language recipe for eclairs appeared in the Boston Cooking School cookbook. Guess what decade, ladies? I know people are going to quit coming on my show because I always quit them. What decade would you think? If you guess what decade, I'll give you a prize.
1910.
That's a good guess. How about you, Cheryl?
1900.
That's a good guess. Kathy, do you want to play? I don't think Kathy's paying attention. How about the 1880s, ladies and gentlemen? It's the 1880s. It appeared, like I said, in the Boston Cooking School cookbook by Mrs. D.A. Lincoln, the first known English language recipe. So that's pretty cool. What do you want to see on television, folks? Later today, it is baseball. Major League Baseball Network. It's the Atlanta Braves at the Philadelphia Phillies. Bryce Elder versus Taiwan Walker. That's on Channel 599 at noon. It's going to be followed up at 6 o'clock today by Seattle at New York, taking on the Yankees. Brian Wu versus Domingo Herman, also on Channel 599. Cubs, not playing. White Sox, not playing. Cardinals, not playing. Cardinals and Cubs are all flying to London, by the way. They're getting set for their big, the big England series. Also, the College World Series may or may not have games today, depending on who wins on Wednesday night, as TCU might play Florida today and Wake Forest might play LSU. So we'll see how that works out. One other thing I forgot to tell you about. The Fairfield City Band plays tonight at 7 o'clock in downtown Fairfield. So there's another event if you're interested. But if you're interested right now, we have the So Nifty Sisterhood Quilting Guild, and we are going to talk to them. I am going to learn. You guys going to teach me how to make a quilt?
Sure.
They've got a large task in front of them. And we'll be right back after these words. Please do stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I'm Dr. Eric Pikus. I'm a general practice physician here at CRHPC, and I work at the Clay Medical Center in Flora. One of the things that I love about working for CRHPC is the fact that it's a federally qualified healthcare center. And that means that we can take care of any patient, whatever the case may be. We don't have to worry about their financial situation. And I love the fact that we can take care of anybody that needs our help. So no matter what care somebody needs, we're going to give them the best possible care available without judgment.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Yeah, no kidding. You better.
It's been told.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. As we're getting a little bit of help, let's
Thank you
get
so much,
Lynne a
Kathy.
drink here. Let's
Thank you.
make sure she's okay.
Yeah.
I'll get you off camera there so you can take a drink and cough and hack, whatever you want to do. She's okay. She's doing wonderfully, folks. But we have members here today of the So Nifty Sisterhood Quilting Guild, and is right here beside me is Cheryl McCarty. Alongside her is Lynne Gocey, and Kathy Cook is going to join us later on in the morning. Ladies, thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
You bet. Okay. For those uninitiated, tell me about the So Nifty Sisterhood Quilt Guild.
Well, it's a group of people, and it can be male or female, either one. We do have,
Now, hold on.
no,
Time out. That's gonna you've got sisterhood in the name.
well, I know because it was women who started the guild.
Oh, I see.
Now, we don't have any men in our guild, but we have run across men who quilt.
Have you ever had men in the quilting guild here? I
Not
guess
here.
Okay.
Not here.
Okay.
No, but we had a veteran, there's a
Yes.
veteran who makes quilts, that's his way of relaxing and
Yeah.
getting over the shock and everything, and he came and did a program for us.
Oh, well, now that's cool.
Yes,
That's,
he's made hundreds of quilts.
Yes.
Really?
And
Yes.
gives them away.
wow.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Yes.
Okay, so I must admit I took a look on Facebook. I couldn't get in.
It's a private. You have to be invited.
I have to be invited in. Clearly, I'm not going to be invited. Well, once they see me try to mess with quilts. But okay. So what got you all started, Lynne? Tell me about did you see other guilds that you tried to copy off of, or what happened?
There was probably 10 or 12 of us who joined the Alney
Can you
Guild.
scoot up just a little bit toward the microphone?
Okay, about
Thanks.
10 or 12 of us that joined the Alney Guild.
Uh-huh.
And then we would still get together as a group of 10 or 12, maybe 2 or 3 times a year and work on a project.
Okay.
And then we decided we might as well start our own guild. So we went through the whole procedure and started the Flora So Nifty Sisterhood Quilt Guild, and kind of evolved from there.
All right, first, who came up with the name? I love it, by the way. It is a wonderful pun. It really is a nice pun. And I appreciate more. I mean, I can't tell you how much people appreciate puns. Who knows how much but I love a good pun. So Nifty Sisterhood Quilting Guild.
There were 10 of us that started it.
Okay,
We were the original board.
okay.
And it seems like we had 2 different names, and maybe we voted, and the So Nifty Sisterhood.
Well, that's really cool.
Yeah.
How big is it now? How many folks are in the
We have
guild?
had up to 100 members, but then COVID hit.
Yeah.
And we dropped, and right now, 35, I believe, about
Yeah, about
35. And
30
we have
some.
25, 30 attend every month,
Okay.
and we have.
When and where do you have your meetings? What's the story on
It's at
that?
the First Christian Church in Flora.
Okay.
It's at 6:30 on the second Monday of the month, and we have refreshments, door prize.
Door prizes?
Yeah.
Just for showing up?
Yeah.
What, like somebody donates a
No,
quilt or
well,
something, or what do you go about?
Actually,
I mean, a bottle of tequila? What are we talking about here?
It's a raffle.
Oh, okay.
Actually, when you come in for $1, you get a ticket, or 6 for $5, I believe, and then we draw. And different members furnish the door prize every
Okay.
month, and it's usually something related to sewing or quilting.
Okay, well that makes a ton of sense. That makes more sense than what I had. Again, we can see why I'm never being invited. But okay, it got to 100 people. That seems really large. The process of quilting. This is I presume quilting is a skill older than time, right? I mean, have people been quilting forever, or I mean, you see shaker quilts and stuff, different organizations or different cultures.
Well, years ago, they used feed sacks. And they found out that women were quilting with feed sacks, and so they started making them colorful.
Really?
And
Is that why the flour sacks and stuff?
Yeah. And so just as progress from there, because women had to make quilts.
Yeah.
Back years and years ago.
Had to make your own blankets.
Yeah.
And well, that is. Now, Cheryl, when did you get into quilting, or how did you get into quilting?
Well, I think it was about 2008. I was teaching in a school up in northern Illinois, and I taught family and consumer science.
Okay.
So there were several of us teachers that said, we'd really like to learn how to quilt.
Right.
And, of course, teaching family and consumer science, I had a sewing lab.
Yeah, that
and a
would
lot
make
of
sense.
sewing machines.
Yeah.
So we hired a quilter to come, and she worked with us, and we all made a quilt.
I must ask. I guess, like anything, maybe the initial quilt. Do you look back at that initial quilt and think, boy, that is one piece of junk compared to what I'm making now?
Not really.
Really?
Not really. It's not as difficult as people think it is.
Oh, that's just a bunch of malarkey. I'm saying that, and clearly I'd have no idea. But I tell you what, let's do. We're going to take another quick break, and we're going to talk about the process of beginning the quilting. And pretty soon we're going to get Kathy in here, and we're going to talk about this beautiful machine in front of us, and as well as other events coming up with the So Nifty Sisterhood Quilt Guild. We'll be back here on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right after these words. Do stick around.
At Midwest Farm and Land, we've got a team of dedicated land, home, and commercial experts ready to help.
We understand that buying or selling a property can be extremely stressful. Let our folks take care of you and help you find your perfect piece of property.
Whether it's recreational or hunting land, farmland, homes, or commercial, we're there to help.
Local experts with national reach. If you're interested, give us a call, 618-532-1961, or check us out on the website, MidwestFarmCo.com.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
became a school in itself. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. We are talking today about the So Nifty Sisterhood Quilt Guild. And Cheryl McCarty is here. There's Lynne Gocey over there. Kathy Cook's going to join us here shortly. But I've been kind of hem-hawing around it, but I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to ask, how does one start a quilt, and how long does a quilt take to make?
Well, I guess you pick out your material and pattern that you like.
Okay.
And you have, you have certain tools that you would need.
You have to plan.
And-
There is some planning involved, is what
Oh,
you're
yes.
telling me.
And when I started quilting, we cut cereal boxes up for templates. So that's how far it's come, how old I am.
All right, I'm going to have to call time out again. Cereal boxes for templates. And so you mean you're just keeping the square
The
part?
square, the diamond, the circle, whatever.
Okay, you weren't, okay, all right. I was thinking you were doing Count Chocula in one spot. and Captain Crunch in the other spot. No. Okay, all right.
Just needed the cardboard.
All right. Well, that's cool. So how long does it take to make a quilt?
It depends. I brought some blocks today that I started in 2020.
Really?
I have two.
So it's a three-year process on that one.
I have 2 blocks finished out of 16 that go in the quilt. But then I also, and that's just because I got sidetracked with
You
a
got
lot of
sidetracked.
other things. I mean,
Okay.
it could have easily been finished.
Okay. But you
Quilts
said,
can take anywhere from 1 day to several months.
this is what makes no sense to me, and you were going to show me quilt in a day. Tell me about making a quilt in a day.
Well, this one is used with what's called a jelly roll.
Okay. Oh, I love it. It's a great name.
Oh, we have layer cakes too.
Layer cakes and jelly rolls? Oh, my heavens.
No.
I'm getting into quilting.
A jelly roll is you purchase it, it's in a package, it's round,
Okay.
and it's 2.5-inch strips
Okay.
that are about 45 inches long, and they're just all spun together in a circle.
In a circle.
A circle.
Okay. Into the roll type of thing.
But
Okay.
this quilt was made with a jelly roll.
Okay. Show
And
me.
it can be made in a day. You just lay your strips out, and you sew your strips together.
There, you're looking right in that camera there.
Sew your strips together, and you end up with this long strip, and then you fold it in half.
This can be made in one day?
Yes. Yes.
I must tell you, I must protest. That doesn't seem possible.
Now, that's the quilt top.
The quilt top.
That doesn't include the actual quilting.
Okay, now
That's the piecing.
that's
that
the
you can do in a
piecing.
day.
That's the patterning on it, as opposed to the underneath part, which is the quilting part. Okay.
And the backing.
The
And
backing part.
But that was, you just measure it and fit them together, and if you don't quilt yourself, do the actual quilting yourself, which most people don't unless they have a long arm machine, which is very expensive and very large, you take it to the quilter, and they do the quilting. And then you take it home and bind it, put the binding on it.
So there's a quilter. Take it to is there a quilter in town here or something? Or?
I don't think there's anyone in town that does quilting for other people.
Yeah.
I do know a couple of people here in
Who
Flora.
do their own.
Who do their own. They have smaller, they're called long arm machines.
Okay.
I take mine usually to a quilter who has a computerized long arm,
Okay, that makes it easier.
and then you can choose a design that you want for the quilting on your quilt.
Okay, now tell me about the one that has taken you 3 years though to get this far. to get 1/8 of the way through it. I hate to have done the math already.
Well, it is a little bit more involved, but the thing that people need to understand is that quilting does not have to be difficult. A lot of the really beautiful quilts that I've seen, and Kathy has one that we'll look at, it's called a French braid, I thought would be extremely difficult.
Yeah.
That one could also be done in a day if you have a full day to do it.
See, now that just seems, I've watched people try to braid other people's hair in French braids, and that takes a lot of time. I just can't imagine you can do it in one day. Okay, so now explain to me explain to me this. What has taken? What takes you time?
The pattern is called "Be My Neighbor."
Be My Neighbor. Oh, it's got a nice little house on it.
Yes,
Nice.
it has a house and a tree.
Let me see. Okay. I'll put it on here on this camera here. Oh well, it's got the sewing machine in front. Oops. Oh, that's cool. Looks like a little house.
And this is the second block.
Okay. Oops. Let's get to the second block here. That's okay. So, but you've already planned this out. Oh, it's got a silo, doesn't it? So you've already planned this out as going to be. These are two. Hey, that's going to be a big quilt.
It is going to be a big quilt, and each block is different. Some of them even have birds on them. You can applicate little birds on them. They're 18 inches.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're looking at 18 inches.
And some of them are 16 inches wide, some are larger. They're different sizes, but if you follow the diagram, it all fits together.
So now you've gone to the meetings to get ideas. Some of these ideas came out of the Sisterhood Guild.
In the fall of 2019, this was it was a block of the month.
Okay.
And you're supposed to complete a block every month.
Okay.
But then, we had COVID, we weren't meeting.
Other things came up.
Yeah, other things came up, and I got sidetracked. But what I'm doing with this one is every piece in this quilt will be from my scraps.
Really?
So it's not going to cost me anything to make it.
So what you're talking about here then is going to be I'm doing the math, 18 times 4, you're looking at several feet, like a 7 or 8 footer, probably by 6 feet wide.
I think it's queen size, isn't it?
Probably.
Wasn't it going to be queen size?
That's going to be a nice quilt, isn't it?
I hope so. Someday.
Someday. Do you have the rest of it planned out already, or are you going to kind of take it as it comes and maybe as the years pass by, change it with different architectural schemes?
No, I have the patterns, and I'm a very flexible person until it comes to something like this, and then I follow it by the book.
Is that right?
I go by the book, so
okay.
I find I have fewer mistakes if I follow instructions.
But you're getting that's. I mean, we're bringing it back to the quilting guild. You are getting ideas from the other ladies in the guild.
Yes.
For this pattern as well as other patterns. That's what you can do, folks. That's what people and again, the meetings are
The second Monday of the month.
Second Monday of the month.
6:30 p.m. at the First Christian Church in Flora.
Next one would be July 10th.
Yes.
Okay.
And you can come twice without worrying about dues to see if you like it and you're interested.
It's perfect. I tell you what, let's do. Let's take a quick break. We're going to get Kathy here, and she's going to tell us also about this sewing machine, as well as some other events coming up involving and including the So Nifty Quilt Guild, the So Nifty Sisterhood Quilt. Even though, like they said, they'll let me in. I'm a dude. But I'm not planning on changing the name. I'll tell you that. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We'll be back right after this. Please do stick. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. It's like herding cats in here. We're having a lot of fun, aren't we? Cheryl McCarty, Cheryl McCarty down there, and here in between us is Kathy Cook. Lynne Gocey also here along. These ladies with the So Nifty Sisterhood Quilt Guild, and we are talking about the different things that the So Nifty Quilt, the guild does, and how they. How long have you been a member of the guild?
I'm gonna say 3 years.
Were you a quilter before you decided to join, or
not really? I had taken a quilting class at OCC.
By the way, Kathy Cook. Thank you very much for being here, Kathy. I appreciate it. We're on that camera with the red lights.
So I had taken a quilting class at OCC, and it was you hand pieced everything together.
Oh, that's kind of tough.
Yeah, with just a needle and thread.
Oh,
and
my.
I was showing that to my mother, and she looked at me like I had lost my mind.
I can see.
Because she was not a quilter, but she was a excellent seamstress and made clothes for me when I was a kid, and doll clothes and all that kind of thing. But then I still have some of those pieces, but they're not all put together because it was all done by hand. So.
Well, I mean, once you learn how to do the mechanical way, the ones you've done by hand, I bet you they do kind of stake aside. They do get in the honey-do later
Exactly.
list.
They're probably going to get stitched together on the machine.
I suspect. I suspect that's right. They told me that you are the planner, the organizer. You know when things are coming up for the guild, right?
It's a team effort. We all work together and plan at our board meetings, but I try and get a list of ideas together for the year, and then we try and plan them out, like which month we're going to do whatever program.
And it's not just you ladies from Flora that are in at the meetings every month. You're bringing in people monthly to either workshops or to the meetings, right?
Sometimes
elsewhere.
Sometimes we bring somebody in from another group, or like just recently we had a lady come all the way from Missouri and taught a class to us. It was a mystery quilt. It was fun.
I got to tell you, every time I did a quilt, it would be a mystery. I'd be doing a mystery quilt every time, folks. That would be absolutely, no idea what I'm doing. Okay, but the next meeting is June 10th, but you have a workshop coming up. Tell me about that.
Yes, the workshop we have is July 21st and 22nd, and it's a UFO workshop.
Speaking of mystery quilt, the UFO, the unidentified flying object. Well, that's not what you're doing. You're not going to make a quilt with this flying saucer on it?
Well, if you mess up, it might become an unidentified flying object. But actually, UFO in this instance stands for unfinished object.
Unfinished object.
That means you can bring whatever you've got that you've started working on. And bring it and have a good time working with everybody else that's also working on a UFO.
Well, now that's pretty cool. Now, what's the time frame for this? You said it's
from 9 to 4
each day.
Yes.
It's a 2-day thing. Is that Saturday and Sunday?
I think it's a Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday. now Lynn said that you'll typically get 25, 30 people attending the meetings every month or so. How many folks will attend a workshop like that?
Usually maybe 10 is a good number.
And it's come
sometimes
and
less
go.
than that. It is because, summertime's busy especially.
Yeah.
It just kind of depends on the season, and vacation comes into play,
When you have
things.
an unidentified or unfinished item, unfinished object.
Yes.
When you have an unfinished object, do you combine them with other quilters' unfinished objects to make like a wild looking one?
No,
Cheryl's over there. Cheryl's over there shaking her head. No.
No, it's your unfinished object.
Your unfinished object. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what it would look like if everybody sewed theirs together.
Well, I guess that's my question, because as a layperson who knows absolutely, I can't reiterate enough how silly I am around quilts. I would think that she's got Cheryl's got that 18-inch piece and the 24-inch piece, or the 18 by 18 and the 16 by 8. I would think that you could probably, with enough of those quilts, put them together with somebody else's unidentified objects and make something that at least was warm.
Hodgepodge?
A hodgepodge. Nobody likes hodgepodges?
Well, maybe. Might be beautiful.
There have been, our guild has never had one, but there have been others that have done, everyone makes a block, one block.
Okay.
And they bring them and put them all together.
Do people know whenever they have one of those, everyone makes a block, you don't know what, everybody knows to make a particular size, I'm presuming, because the size does count. You need to know, but are they coming in different colors and stuff? Mm-hmm. Are they really? Mm-hmm. I love that. I'm getting into quilting more and more. That's going to be fun. If what is it, like Forrest Gump's box of chocolates?
You never know what you're going to get.
You never know what you're going to get. Is anyone coming over for the UFO, or is this one just local folks?
It's just local.
Okay.
Yeah.
When do you have another meeting with folks coming over? It's intriguing to me. And actually, I drove by a place in Olney, or just outside of the Olney, the other day, a home that had a big quilting sign out there, and I'm assuming that she or he is a quilter that would come over and do your workshops or your meetings or such, right?
Did it actually say she did quilting, or was it just like a barn quilt?
Something or other.
Oh, okay. Well, she possibly does.
Well, I'm just talking about, there are people who live throughout Illinois and throughout the states and the world who just like travel around going to quilting places. Shakers, do they? I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't know.
When we have a guest come to present a workshop, usually we pay that, they have to be paid.
Sure. Yeah, but it's cheaper to get somebody, I guess, then from Salem than it would be to get somebody from Salem, Massachusetts.
Yeah, right. and sometimes we trade, like there's the Olney Guild, and I did a class for them, and they did a class for us.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Now, you've only been quilting for 3 years now. You're already good enough to start running classes?
They let me.
I guess she is. That is so cool. Well, I tell you what, let's take one final break, and then we're going to come back. She's going to talk all about this sewing machine, because it's gorgeous. And when we do that, we'll do that right after this here on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We're talking with the ladies of the So Nifty Sisterhood Quilt Guild. That's Cheryl McCarty there. This is Kathy Cook here. Lynne Gocey's over there, and we'll be right back to talk more about it and wrap things up here on Big Talk right after these words. Stick around.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at CarnabySquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hey folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are talking with the ladies of the So Nifty Sisterhood Quilt Guild. That's Cheryl McCarty down there. This is Kathy Cook over here. Lynne Gocey is here as well, and we appreciate her having been here. I appreciate all these ladies coming, but haven't really, other than a little bit of Cheryl's work, we haven't really shown you the fruits of the labor. I'm hesitant. I tell you what, let's do. Let's talk about the sewing machine first, because this is a wonderful piece of machinery, and then we're going to show a few samples of what you can do, and it's just gorgeous. Tell me about the sewing machine here.
Okay.
By the way, you can't see it on the. You can't see it because we've got it turned around. Well, let me get to the right side. Let me get to the right picture. Oh, there it is. Oh, you can see it's a singer.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a singer.
Right. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So, tell me about the sewing machine.
Okay. I'm not real well versed on these machines, but it was kind of one of those things that I saw, and I'm like, I want one. It was like, I don't need one, but I want one. I asked my husband, I said, do you care if I go to Evansville and get this? Because I found it on Marketplace. And he's like, if you want to buy it, go ahead. I'm like, okay.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
He say, okay, if it's your money.
Yeah, exactly. In other words, I think he didn't think I needed it either, but that's beside the point. These were first made in 1933, and as far as I know, they quit making them in 1969.
This style?
Mm-hmm.
Holy
This
cow.
one was actually, I looked up the serial number, and this one was made in 1953, which
No
is
kidding.
actually, it's older than me. It was born before me.
Well, good. That's pretty cool.
And there were 50,000 of this particular model made.
Okay, now this is not electric. This is not powered.
Yeah, it's
It is
electric.
powered.
Mhm.
Okay, I didn't know if it was powered or if it was a hand crank or foot pedal.
You want to turn this knob and make a few stitches? You could do it that way by hand, but it'd take you a while.
I don't want to break your 70-year-old sewing machine.
Yeah.
That'd be a terrible thing. And what's in the box here?
In the box, this is actually a buttonholer. You can make buttonholes on there. These hold the different size buttons, so it knows what size to make the button. I haven't used that part yet.
Have you used the device, the main device though? Have you?
Oh yeah, I've been sewing on it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it says well.
Have you made this your primary sewing device, or are you still using your newer model?
I use both. This one, I had just been to a workshop and my other machine was in my car and this one was in the house and I was
Okay.
like, my other one was kind of heavy, so I decided to just.
You didn't want to drag it out of the car.
I set this one up, yeah.
That's cool. Well, see, that it's necessity is the mother of invention, then, isn't it?
Yeah.
What do you have there? What are those?
These
things?
are, what kind of a foot do you think this is for? Do you have a clue?
What kind of a foot?
Yeah, it's a foot that goes on the
Let's see.
machine.
Let's put this out here so that folks can see what we're talking. I got to tell you, I have no idea what this is.
It does ruffles.
It does ruffles.
Yeah. Not like potato chips either. Not ruffles like that.
It's not, well, it's really not like any foot I was thinking about.
Yeah.
So this goes out here. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, you take that other one off and.
Okay.
And there's a whole bunch of feet in here that I have no clue what they do. So I haven't used them yet, but someday I will.
Well, now that is cool. Have you this one? Have you tried or have you not tried?
This one I have not. No, but I will someday.
That's going to be a lot. Well, I tell you what, Kathy has a wide variety of different different quilting that she can show us here, and I'm just fascinated, Kathy, in that. Well, let's just get at it because some of these are just gorgeous. Tell me about what do we have here?
This is the French braid quilt.
Okay.
Is it okay if I stand up?
Sure, go ahead.
And this is just one strip of it. There's two other strips that go on each side. These little corners will get cut off and it'll have borders put all
Okay,
over.
so the just this outside piece is going to get cut off because you don't want to cut into this main square.
Right.
And this will go in combination with how many other strips will you be making?
I have two other strips that actually go with this one.
Okay. And what kind of quilt or what size? Oh man, that's going to go with that one, huh?
Yeah.
A little bit of lime, pale green.
Yeah. And
With what color would that be? That's not quite fuchsia. That's some red.
Kind of a rose color.
A rose. Okay.
And then I'm going to put this one in the center because it's a lot darker, but it's.
Well, and actually being in the center, it helps mute one from the other there, doesn't it?
And see, it's got the rose colors and it's got the green. This was made from a layer cake.
You got the rose in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Made from a layer cake.
A layer cake. Yeah, it's like 10-inch squares
Okay.
of all these different fabrics that are made to coordinate together.
You have an entirely different language, don't you? You quilters, the layers. She talked about the shoe. I guess that's that's the sewing machine language anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And the layer cake is, I think of something entirely different when you mention a layer cake.
It sounds like it would be something to eat.
Yes, that's exactly. Oh, now this you showed me just a moment ago, and I can't get over how pretty this is.
Thank you.
This is
all quilt as you go. It's called French Roses Quilt. I love to watch YouTube. I get ideas on YouTube, and then I made my own pattern instead of ordering.
French Roses Quilt.
Yeah. And this is the one I taught at Olney, and I did teach this one at.
Okay, now how long you built each of these quilts, right?
Each block.
Each block.
Mm-hmm.
How long does it take to build a block like that? Because this is layered in and out, isn't it?
Yeah, it's different layers of the.
Different size layers.
Yes.
Building the rows.
Yeah, by the time you cut the rows, decide what colors you want to put together.
Yeah,
That's probably an hour per block, I would say.
I'm trying to get a better view of it there. Well, I'm not going to get a better view, but that's
okay.
Yeah, just look at the different layering.
But all the stitching on this is done on the machine. It's not done on a quilting machine. It's done on a regular sewing machine.
So now when you when you built the first one of these, when you built the first block, you already had intended to build an entire 40 block garment, hadn't you? Or 50 block garment.
Yeah.
You knew what you were doing from start to finish. I mean, do you mind if I ask what kind of hours you have in something like that? Is it a lot, or is it?
It is a lot. Like I said, it probably took an hour for each block.
So if you're doing it straight through, you could get that done in about a week and a half or something like that, or 2 weeks. How long did that end up taking you?
Yeah,
She don't want to admit it.
I really don't know. I worked on it a hit and a miss. It's really, I don't keep track of the time. I just enjoy sewing, and I sew when I get the chance.
Oh, that is a gorgeous piece. Have a seat. I know that. Well, no, go ahead. You have one other you wanted to show, didn't you? Kathy's showing off here, isn't she?
And a lot of us.
Now, Cheryl, you don't mind Kathy showing off, do you?
Absolutely not. She does beautiful work.
Yeah. Okay.
But a lot of us don't finish things because, you know, we can't keep track of time because we switch back and forth between projects.
Oh, I see. And that's the thing. That's one of the other boons of the guild is you can bounce ideas off of the other folks.
Oh, yes.
And learn new things from your friends. Okay, show me this piece.
This is it's a pillow cover, actually.
Okay.
But this
Oh,
is
nice
called
4th of July thing.
Yeah, it's called a Cathedral Window. That was also a class that we had.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So
string off of
yeah, it's been in my sewing room. There's lots of threads in my sewing room.
So you just find these patterns, and what's the blue from?
It's just fabric.
Okay.
It's all fabric, and then some of it has batting underneath it to make it a little bit poofy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's just all in how you sew it together, and then you fold these over, and then.
Is it difficult to sew in a circle like that, or
No,
not
really.
quite circular?
Not really.
Oh,
We could teach you.
You've got a lot of ambition. Let's look at one other thing. I wanted to see the this one.
This one?
Yeah. Tell us about this little what you've got going here.
Okay.
This is a terrifically creative garment that she's got going here. Now somebody else had a garment. Tell me about you.
Yes,
What you got going here?
I'm actually making this. It's from a lady's sweatshirts. She's passed away, but her daughter wanted to know if I could make a memory quilt out of her mother's shirts. So that's what the center part is. I just put a border on it.
Okay.
Yeah, people do it all the time with T-shirts.
So that's from the lady who has passed her sweatshirt.
Yes.
And you're doing this for her child.
Yes.
How thoughtful.
I have about 24 of her sweatshirts that I'm going to put into this quilt.
You know, I guess the daughter is, you know, sacrificing the opportunity to wear those shirts.
Yeah.
She might have wanted to wear those shirts sometime, but that is amazing. What do people now? Cheryl, tell me, what do people, if they're interested in joining the guild, what do they need to do?
Well, they need to come to a meeting and check it out. And if they want to join, we have tables set up when people come in the door. And you can join right there at the table. And then they can come to the meetings.
See if they're interested.
See if they're interested. And once they join, if they already quilt, you know, they just follow along with what we do, or if they want to learn, they can come to workshops and someone will help them.
Okay, and again, and the next meeting is, Kathy?
The workshop is the 21st and 22nd of July.
The workshop's the 21st, 22nd of
Yes.
July, but you're going to have a meeting on July 10th.
Yes.
And again, you meet where?
At the First Christian Church.
At the First Christian Church there in Flora, Illinois.
Yes.
Always looking for new members and always looking for new ideas. Ladies and Lynn, thank you all very much for coming in today. I have learned more than I ever thought I would. All I know about quilts is they're very warm. Lovely. Cheryl, thank you very much for being. Kathy, thank you so much for being. Lynn, thank you so much. Folks, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Have a great day.